It's 2017. You've just downloaded the new Battlefront 2. You're buzzing out of your arse to play the campaign, as there was finally a great promise made, a dark side story. You'll play as the Empire, no happy slappy rebel antics, saving princesses or dancing with Ewoks. This was promised to be a tale from the Empire, a conquest, a story of discipline and order, and then you play it. Today, I'm going to go through the entire Battlefront 2 campaign from start to finish, looking at some cool details, reviewing the gameplay, and talking about why potentially it sucked. So let's start where the start begins and the beginning starts. The Beninging. Hard cut to a rebel cruiser in the middle of nowhere. Aboard this vessel is Iden Versio, a member of an elite unit of the Empire called Inferno Squad. She's being interrogated by this perv and his friends.
I'm gonna get what I want eventually.
You're right. The Empire's time has come.
Wow, cool lad. Iden contacts her droid from a cell, who was also captured, and he's getting examined by this talking vulva, also known as a Celestin.
You were way more advanced than the ID-9.
I'm pretty sure Neenum just waffled in a different language and made noises, but this guy sounds like he's an accountant. Anyway, we deliver this dude some shocking news. The droid is pretty cool. It's an ID-10 Seeker droid, and they are sort of like a more intelligent mini Viper droid.
If I had my legs, I would... Well, I don't know what I'd do, but I'm sure you'd be very sorry.
Shut your f***ing mouth! We have to control the ID-10 through various areas of the ship, down corridors and into vents. The funny thing is, this literally never happens again. The only time you control the droid is in the opening. You will never see this ever again. Very weird decision. After a while of searching, we find our boss. We then release her, and the main control switches back to Iden, where the first thing we do is crack a bloke's head open with a baton.
Please let me out. I'm nice, I swear. All I did was burn down an Aquilish school. You know, it's not my fault they're all and they're all, you know, when they you know what I mean?
This is a cool part. I appreciated the Admiral Akbar cameo, and sneaking past a room filled with rebels is quite intense.
Away from Sullust.
Now let's get ourselves a Glock. Armed, it becomes less about sneaking around and more about decimating hundreds of rebels.
We got a soldier!
You can send the droid to shock people and open doors, but apart from that, he's really not too useful at the minute. Wiping the Imperial intel, we then have to somehow escape with our lives, although I really don't know if that'll be too hard. I've cut this down quite a lot, but the escape section is just about 10 minutes of pure rebel blasting, which is fun, if not a tiny bit repetitive. We reach an airlock, where we run inside, lock the door behind us, and contact the rest of the squad. All in all, it's a pretty cool intro scene and a good first showing of how the story and the gameplay will be. We're then introduced to other members of the squad, Agent Hask and Agent Miko. However, I think the dialogue, in my opinion, in this game can be pretty cringy.
Go. Those jump calculations were perfect.
Thank you, ma'am. Hope the landing wasn't too rough.
Been through worse. Remember the Job S incursion?
Still haunts my dreams.
Do people talk like this? Transition straight to the closing hours of the Battle of Endor. We see the Super Star Destroyer nosedive into the Death Star 2. Hey, I dare you to get as close as you can to the Death Star. No, I can't. Come on, do it. Okay, watch this. Oh, yeah, go on, go on. Oh, fuck. Beams. Inferno Squad are on the planet's surface, although what they're doing, I'm not actually too sure. This is a good time to talk about the game's loadout system. It works from these boxes that you can find all over the landscape, and in there will be sets of specific star cards for campaign and certain weapons. I use the heal ability a lot because It came in clutch quite a few times. What it does is get Ronnie the droid to give you a boost every now and then. Behind you, lad. From this point, we have to take out every rebel unit we come across. Okay, number 1. Number 2. I'll get number 3. Come on. Come on.
Where's my backup?
Shut up. Eventually, we meet back up with the rest of the squad. And something rather interesting happens.
Now how many rebels are out here?
No, we'll deal with them the same as you list. Today we wipe out that scum once and for all.
This Endor mission is actually very cool. There are some interesting details, like the Death Star explosion looming above you, Ewok villages, and wrecked Imperial machinery.
And we pay the price.
Oi, Nobed! We've got some more details here. Dead stormtrooper squads lie on the forest floor.
We weren't expecting special forces. That's the point, Sergeant.
He said the trailer thing. He said the trailer thing. Okay, check this out. I was genuinely blown away with this. Now we have 2 U-wings taking off from within the trees over there. There's fire and an X-wing wreckage right there and other wreckages all around us. And then everything goes dark. A massive shadow is thrown over the whole landscape. The sun is literally being blocked by an insanely large rebel cruiser as it flies by at low altitude. When it goes past, the sun returns in a really sort of realistic way. Honestly, I'm blown away by this. It's as simple and as boring as it is. Pretty cool. Now all we have to do is just take out a few officers like this. Shit. Like this. Oh. Stay still. There we go. I like this little set piece moment here.
Agent Miko, situation report.
Commander, rebels have seized platform 4. There'll be a fight to take it back.
Hey, I'm having chicken for dinner.
Open fire!
There's then a giant firefight involving an AT-ST and many rebels with very, very shootable heads. Inferno Squad moves up to secure the landing platform.
Enemy forces are sabotaging our ships and preventing an escape.
This again is another cool action section with some good surrounding Star Wars details and some great carnage happening. If you can clear the platform, you can get into a TIE fighter and head into the wreckage of the Imperial fleet above Endor. It's again visually very, very cool flying through a ship graveyard. I mean, it is always going to be cool, isn't it?
How are we supposed to fight that?
After defending the Corvus, Inferno Squad ship, from Y-Wings, we then have a little meet-up with Daddy Dearest.
The Emperor is dead.
Fuck off, no way. You bastard, you're lying.
Admiral Versio, Operation Cinder is to begin at once.
Operation Cinder. I'm sure that isn't as sinister as it sounds. Okay, welcome to the Fondor shipyard. A peaceful place of tranquility. Rebels attack our special shipyard constructing weapons for Operation Cinder, and we scramble to the ties. Our first objective is to take out the rebel corvette, then take out the ship's tailing Agent Hask, although maybe we should let them get in. We then come to the section that I'm going to call the How the shitting crikey have I just been killed section. This cool action set piece of flying into the rebel hangar is absolutely ruined by the fact that I just keep being killed over and over and over again, and I genuinely have no idea why. Oh god. Come on. What the hell? Right, okay, great. Okay. Oh my god. Interesting, yes. Being very frustrated with that section, I then ruthlessly vaporized anyone on board the ship. Knock, knock. The objective of being aboard the ship was to destroy the ion cannon, which then causes a whole Looney Tunes explosion of dramatic moments.
This is part of the plan.
Surviving that, we hop back into the ties and fly back out into space to release the Star Destroyer from its clamps. It then turns and fires upon the rebel cruiser, and everybody dies. Oh well. Meanwhile, we join Luke Skywalker on the weird world of Pilio. What I will say is, I think he looks absolutely clapped in this game.
What I sensed was true.
Is that Luke Skywalker or Liam Skinwalker? You decide. This mission basically involves running around as Luke, cutting up stormtroopers left and right, until we find Del Meeko of Inferno Squadron stuck in a horrible bunch of jizz.
Hello? Can anyone hear me?
We then help him out and head towards Del's intended target, which is one of Palpatine's secret bunkers. However, before we get there, we have to literally wait 15 minutes while Del hacks into 2 terminals. During this, we get attacked by an infinite amount of stink bugs. This part I found immensely tedious and very repetitive. From my post the other day, it seemed that some of you had quite fond memories on this mission, but honestly, this may be harsh, but this is nothing special to me. It's a very strange inclusion, you know, Luke versus bugs. Luke opens the bunker with the Force, nicks a sweet little timepiece, and then basically has a heart-to-heart with Del about maybe him being, you know, a bad dude and stop doing that. And that's the end. The compass acts as a waypointer to Act 2 from The Last Jedi, by the way, so maybe Luke should have left it there. Anyway, back to the Corvus. The squad is now looking at the planet Vardos. This is the next intended target for Operation Cinder. Iden is pissed as Vardos is her home planet. So she goes to talk to her dad to complain.
I don't take orders from dead men.
You take orders from me!
He tells her to do one and stop being a little vibe killer. The faces, just, I don't know, the faces just look so goofy, I can't. On the planet's surface, Inferno Squad is tasked with extracting literally the most glub shito character in the world, named Gleb. Again, the environment of Vardos is genuinely amazing. The visuals are incredible, the lighting, the vibes. Everything is just really cool. You really get a sense of Imperial rule and the terror of the destruction of the planet. It's honestly, it's amazing. The shot with the Imperial Tower, the frigate flying past and the tides going around, the storm in the sky, it's sick. But all good things must come to an end. I hope that you've enjoyed your Imperial story because it's now over.
About time.
The reason Iden and Del defect is the loss of innocent lives that they don't agree with, so that they abandon the Empire. But like, surely they know the Empire literally blew up a whole planet of innocent people years before. Unless they don't know, I don't know, maybe it's propaganda, you know, they changed what happened. But their change of mind from a complete special forces Imperial indoctrinated squad to now complete abandonment and willingness to kill stormtroopers within seconds is quite jarring. It's a very typical we're the good guys now story that we all love.
And I have mine.
Ask, however, stays loyal and gets shot for it. Iden and Del sneak out and try to escape. There's an odd poster of Palpatine, obviously heavy Imperial propaganda style, because he did not look like that. But it's interesting that the visual of him being promoted is still pre-mutilated Revenge of the Sith look. Shortly after, it's now open season. No problems with shooting stormtroopers. We even hijack an AT-AT and raise complete hell through the streets of Vardos. The destruction ends and we're taken out just in front of the Corvus. And then we have to defend it and its crew and start the engines. And just like that, we escape. We of course contact the rebellion and try to join their little club, because of course we do. Luckily, we deal with Captain Smooth, Lando Calrissian. And now shout out to the voice actor of Lando in this game. Absolutely brilliant, especially compared with the actor that they get in Star Wars Outlaws. Oh my god, that was awful.
Hello, I'm General Lando Calrissian. You must be the Imperial defectors I've heard so much about.
Incredibly, Lando lets us not only join the rebellion, but also join an attack on the next target of Operation Cinder. That's a lot of trust and love for somebody who just a few days ago was slaughtering hundreds of rebels. You know, rebels with families. Anyway, we lead an assault on the satellites attacking Naboo. This is quite a quick section. You just sort of go in there, shoot the vents underneath the satellite bodies, and bada boom, they blow up. The tediousness returns, however, as just shortly after this, we have to shoot down a bunch of TIE fighters before landing on the planet's surface. This took ages and felt, to me, like it'd never end. But then when it does, you're escorted down to Theed with an N1 starfighter escort.
We may have the means to stop this.
At the palace, we join Leia in the defense of the city. We also get to play as Leia in this section, and I wish I could tell you it was thrilling, but again, honestly quite tedious. You have to just defend Del again for like 10 minutes while he messes about on his Nintendo DS or whatever he's doing.
Stay right there, I'm coming to get you.
You have to defend Del once again until we have to pull back to the palace, where we do learn that after Phantom Menace, the Queen of Naboo installed a giant ion disruptor in the palace in case of another droid attack. The plan is to prime that weapon and activate it to disrupt the Imperial weaponry. Obviously, this works and the day is won. How lovely. Cut to Maz Kanata's castle. The camera pans through the whole room, the whole bar, lying down past there until we... Oh my god! What the hell is that? Horrible little freak there, oh my... Who's this horror show? Jesus Christ. Ah, there we go. Hey, look who it is. Han Solo with a beard for some reason. So what I will say is that this level has the trophy for at least being the most different styled level in the whole campaign. At least the beginning anyway. We are tasked with locating an Imperial informant.
Like Academy of the Watch.
And by talking to the patrons of the bar, this gives us clues as to what the guy looks like and how we can identify him. After speaking to 3 dudes and getting all of the clues, we find our man. And he's an annoying gobshite. He stored the data around the forest outside of the castle, which of course he has. The Empire arrives and it's now a race to collect the data first. This part is more of a basic, shoot gameplay. But I do love the DL-44 in this game. It's super satisfying, so I don't really mind it. Funnily enough, I don't know what happened here, but Han decides to spontaneously combust. So very helpful there. I had to reset.
Look out!
After running around the forest, collecting data pads and blasting the hell out of stormtroopers, we head to the Falcon and see Chewie throwing a tantrum stood on top of it. A few more dead Imperials later, we get to pilot the Falcon. Shooting down TIEs and taking out an Imperial cruiser over the lake is pretty cool. Even the way the cruiser nosedives into the water, I like this mission, to be honest. I think it was a good mix of everything. Han then sods off, and Iden and Del head to Bespin to capture Hask and Iden's father.
They've got searchlights all over the city.
Hask will be in the Overseer's Tower on Chinook Station. Better stick to the
Can you guess what happens next? That's right! We murk a load more stormtroopers and pull a New Hope Death Star tactic. Iden and Del disguise themselves as stormtroopers and walk through Imperial-controlled fuel stations.
This could have been us, Iden. You and I.
Think about all the good we've done since Vardo, Stel.
All the good you've done? Think about the hundreds of people you have murdered, you crazy bitch. Anyway, we sneak through security and head up to the control room. Where, surprise, surprise, it's a trap.
It could be so easy.
Hask.
We picked up the Corvus the second it slipped through the blockade. If it were up to me, I'd deal with you personally.
So the villains cruise out of there on their big triangle, and we are now left in the proverbial shit. Fighting viciously through the Empire's forces, we commandeer a cloud car, which then we use to commit some light terrorism, and then fly off into the sunset. Meanwhile, Lando and our token sarcastic Star Wars character Shriv here have been told to infiltrate a factory on Sullust and steal the Empire's weapons. What do we do if we see a child in there? We sneak in using an old AT-AT head on a production line, and it's revealed that the factory's in full operation and the Empire is everywhere.
They're in full production. Okay, so we'll steal the weapons and shut down the factory. Easy enough.
That's what you said about rescuing Han Solo from Jabba's palace.
Obviously, it doesn't go straight forward and ends up being a typical blaster bolt festival. Lando then locks down the whole place, like an idiot, meaning we then have to run about to try and escape or destroy the factory.
Unauthorized input detected. Security lockdown initiated.
Nice. It looked like a power button to me.
Which Lando then does by raising the lava level and overloading the whole damn place. Lando canonically dies right here. Escaping in an ATST and causing some absolute carnage, we try to reach the shuttle at the end of the landing pad. It all ends up looking rather grim for our two heroes here, and they say their goodbyes to each other.
If I die here, I'm glad you will too.
Well, thank you, buddy.
Until Iden comes to save them from a fiery grave. I like that mission as well. It was fun. It had some good parts in there. It wasn't too bad. Now we come to the final mission, the Battle of Jakku, the Empire's final stand. Funny how the Operation Cinder storyline just seems to disappear as well. Like, I guess everything's fine with that now. Again, visually insane, really impressive, genuinely feels like a massive battle. Our missions are help destroy the TIE bomber hangar and help out a bunch of pinned down rebels on the ground. I headed for their TIE hangar first, but what a slog that turned out to be. I'm playing this on soldier difficulty, which is basically normal, but the stormtroopers can kill you in like a split second if there's a group of them. Mainly because the friendly NPCs aren't very good, and some would say are completely useless. So you can get surrounded pretty easily. We then come to this section where you have to destroy a TIE fighter that flies out of the hangar to defend it, and oh my god, this frustrated me so much. I think it may have been fatigue more than anything, but I just died over and over and over to this guy. He kills you so fast. I was so fed up at this point. Oh my god. Great, yeah, enjoyable. Are you serious? Mate. You know, I eventually got him. We blow up the factory and head back to the ship. Our next objective is to help out a group of rebels struggling against two AT-ATs. We blow them to Kingdom Come with some handy orbital strikes and then extract the survivors. Simple missions, really. Flying back to the Corvus, it's then bombed and damaged by Hask and a group of TIE bombers. Hask is a little tricky to defeat. He's in an upgraded TIE interceptor, but with a bit of maneuvering and accurate blaster fire, we can take him out of the picture. Iden then decides it's a good idea to storm her father's Star Destroyer solo and gets shot to bits. Luckily, she survives and gets this sweet action scene. We then get a run and gun section on top of the Star Destroyer, reminiscent of, unfortunately, The Rise of Skywalker. Genuinely, I think that is the worst Star Wars film, by the way, in my opinion. Let me know what you think. After a short skirmish, we find Iden's dad, and I will summarize this conversation for you. Dad, you gotta come with me right now. Nah, I've bugged this up. I've bugged this up really badly. No, come on, quick now, let's go. Nah, man, I'm good for real. For real, I'm just gonna stay here. Okay, no worries. Okay. It's genuinely that simple, more or less. Like, what? I don't get it. I don't get what the point is. He doesn't even, like, sacrifice his life for his daughter or anything, like a big crescendo at the end. It's just like, let's leave. No, I don't think so, sorry. We then escape pod the hell out of there and meet up with Del. And by meet up, I mean suck his face off for some reason. To me, there was not really any crazy chemistry between these two, and the signs it would happen in the end during the rest of the story, in my opinion, wasn't there, but there you go. After this, we get a very short epilogue, where Kylo Ren delves into Del's mind years later in order to find the whereabouts of Luke Skywalker. We get some cool bits in there, like seeing Scarif, but not too much else. Then it's revealed that Hask is alive and now part of the First Order.
Oh.
And him and Del, what looks like, have a quick disco dance, and then that's it, that's the end. And there you have it, that's the entire story of Battlefront 2 2017. Now, there are a couple of DLCs that I can look into. If you're interested, then let me know. As far as my overall opinion and thoughts go, the word mid comes to mind. There are some really genuinely impressive, immersive moments in there, amazing set pieces and environments, funny parts, mainly with the legacy characters in that aspect. But honestly, for an Empire-centric story, what the hell was that? There's like 2 or 3 missions of Imperialness, and then you defect, and it's like Rebel glory for the rest of the game. The campaign and the levels are fine, but it was totally missold, and they honestly could have done something much, much more interesting and grander. It doesn't feel like a Battlefront campaign. It feels like a story akin to Star Wars Squadrons or something, you know? I don't know. Comparing it to the original Battlefront 2 story with the clones transferring into the Stormtroopers, Order 66, all that kind of stuff, it's just, it's so much inferior to that. But what do you think? Did you enjoy the Battlefront 2 campaign? Have you played it in a while? Is this the first time you've heard of it for a long time? What did you think at the time? What do you think of it now? It's okay, it's repetitive, it's tedious, it's a bit boring, it's just a bit cookie cutter like. Nothing special, is it? It's disappointing. It's not awful, it's disappointing. But let me know all your thoughts and feelings in the comments below. Let's have a little discussion about it. But thank you very, very much for watching. I know this one was a little bit late, but hopefully I get it out on time. Please, if you enjoyed the video, like it and hype it because they help an immeasurable amount to get the channel out there. Consider subscribing and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.